Hello and welcome back to Too Many Books. My name is Sean and today we have a Thunderstorm Books unboxing, which I think contains two titles. I got a notification that I had two titles that shipped, but they were ordered at different times, but presumably they shipped together, which appears to be the case. So we have two Thunderstorm books here. One is The Underwood by Ian Rogers. The other is Harvesting the Nightmare Fields by Ross Jeffery. And let's dive in. Both of these are still available through Thunderstorm Books. So if you're looking at these and you're saying, oh, that sounds interesting, or I want to pick up a copy for myself, you can still pick up a copy for yourself directly from Thunderstorm. So you have Harvesting the Nightmare Fields by Ross Jeffery, The Underwood by Ian Rogers. We're going to start off with the Ross Jeffery title, just because I think this one had gone on sale earlier. Both of these are in the Black Voltage line, which means they both have very limited numbers. I mean, that's the case with all Thunderstorm titles. We have some nice little artwork there. I don't know who did the artwork for this one. It didn't say online. The name of the main character is redacted. They awaken in the aftermath of a car crash that has left their car destroyed and left them with a bit of amnesia. One thing you will notice both these titles, with most Thunderstorm books, particularly the Black Voltage line, is they all have a nice little bonded leather cover, the title box in the front, nice little gold stamping, and some of the fanciest end papers in the business. So anyways, this is limited to 50 copies, still available. Signed by Ross Jeffery, Tim McGregor, and Nathan Logan. I don't know whom did what. Dust Jacket and Signature Sheet, Nathan Logan. Logan did the artwork, so thank you, Nathan, for the artwork. And then, presumably, there's a foreword. Yes. Okay, there's a foreword here from Tim McGregor. I don't know if this has... Looks like it might have some interior artwork. It does! A very rare instance for Thunderstorm books. They haven't really used interior artwork in the past, but it was actually, I think, started with the last Ross Jeffery title. They've started to add some interior artwork. Looks very reminiscent of like David Ho's artwork with the creatures there. But anyways, this novel is about a redacted figure. I don't know who their name is. Their name is just a sequence of X's. Who awakens in the aftermath of a brutal car crash that has left them with amnesia, no idea what the hell's going on. They were saved by a farmer who seems to have a sadistic side of his own, and as the past and history of this character comes back to them, they realize that maybe they should have died in that crash, and apparently it ends with the end, which is interesting. So basically, as the horrors of this person's past is coming back to them, they find these horrors are attacking them in the real world. So I don't know if it's going to be kind of like a little Stranger Things getting attacked upside down sort of situation or what, but I'm intrigued. Ross Jeffery is an author of some very great grief horror. I don't know if this is necessarily grief horror, but we're going to find out. Another thing to note with the Black Voltage is they're not going to have any titles on the spines. You'll have titles on the spines of the books themselves, but the jackets themselves are bereft of any text apart from the front of the jackets. So anyways, moving on next to The Underwood by Ian Rogers. This one has artwork by Ebrahel Lurci, which is a name I'm probably going to butcher the hell out of, but that artist did artwork for Atlas of Hell for Midworld Press, which is one hell of a way to sell me on a book. Very thick volume here. This is a chunky guy. Once again, gorgeous, beautiful end papers. It is signed by Rogers and Gemma Files, who provided introduction. For some reason, I thought it was signed by the artist too, but I guess not. This one has a larger limitation. This is 200 copies, which is pretty massive for a Thunderstorms book. Sometimes they'll do titles that are open for like a certain pre-order period. Those are the ones that typically have the larger limitations. This one does have interior artwork as well, also by Ebrahel Lurci, whose name, once again, I am probably butchering. This one deals with a documentary that is made about the Underwood, which is described as the Bermuda Triangle of the forest up in Canada. And the documentary debuts, and I guess it's a hit. But then strange occurrences start happening, which may imply that, oh, look at that. We had some formatting, some dual column formatting, like a actual news column. That's incredible. I like that. I don't know. I mean, I haven't read a ton of Thunderstorm books. I've read a handful, but I've never seen any sort of formatting like that in any of their titles thus far. I mean, it's possible that he's done those before when it's called for. Here we have a picture of Jessica Chastain, which, yeah, I mean, look at that. That looks like Jessica Chastain, right? But anyways, it would appear that the horrors of this Bermuda Triangle of the forest, the Underwood, is branching out into the real world. But yeah, I mean, that's a big novel. I mean, this is 350 pages, and there's an epilogue, alternate ending, which is pretty cool as well. Also featuring the end. How about that? 2 novels that both say the end. I don't think the Underwood was published anywhere else, so I'm kind of surprised that it has alternate ending already. Usually you get the special feature for the special edition of an otherwise trade release, but this is, as far as I'm aware, the first release of the Underwood. But Ian Rogers absolutely knocked it out of the park with Sycamore and with Family, which was the Halloween title from Earthling Publications last year. I had book reviews for both of those on this channel. Hell of a writer. Very much looking forward to what else he's doing. So, boom, there is something else that he's doing. It's definitely going to be jumping up the TBR pile as swiftly as it can. So you have a little bit of, like I say, I don't know necessarily if this is grief horror, but it's coming from an author who specializes in grief horror, and a bit of kind of supernatural, otherworldly mysticism horror. But anyways, both of these are currently still available from Thunderstorm Books. I know they're a bit on the pricier side compared to your normal trade edition, but they're fancier than your normal trade edition. I mean, you got a nice little bonded leather. You have interior illustrations, which, like I said, is newer for Thunderstorm. So if either of these are interesting to you, I have links to purchase both of them in the description below if you want to pick up a copy for yourself. Harvesting the Nightmare Fields, only 50 copies. That one will, eventually sell out. I mean, the Underwood will sell out eventually as well, but with a fourth of the limitation of the Underwood, Harvesting the Nightmare Fields will be a quicker sellout, and it might be tougher to find on the secondary market once it does. But anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Check out Thunderstorm Books. Be sure to subscribe to the channel here. Once I've read these titles, I'll do a full book review on the page here. I do at least one book review a week with plenty of other unboxings in between here and there. So check them out, and we'll see you around next time.